What is going on, guys? My name is Shockboy and I don't have an intro. So let's get started with the commentary. Before I start, remember to subscribe to this Beast Gamer. Check him out in the description below. This was back in like 5th grade. So all of us have a girl in mind that we like. And of course I have a girl that I like. But I don't really know how to describe her, and I know people in the comment section below would be like, well, what would the girl look like? So I think I'm gonna describe her in the best way that you guys might understand.
Oh yeah, you're hot. You're so hot, you're like hot sauce, babe. I want to put you on my chicken wings, and then I want to dip you in some blue cheese dressing that's your sister, and we can have a three-way. And then if it's a nice restaurant, they'll bring out some carrot sticks, and that'll be your mom. Yeah. Wanna put you on my food, baby. You're like Tabasco sauce inside my mouth.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the story. So when I was in elementary school, I was probably 10 years old at the time. But you guys probably don't have this at your school, but the 5th graders have an opportunity to become what we call safeties, which means is basically they get to patrol the hallways every day and make sure everyone gets on their bus in time and whatnot. And the main point I'm trying to say here is that it wasn't really a big responsibility. It was just a high honor to make you feel special, since you're the top of the school. So whatever. So the whole safeties thing is that you are assigned a partner for the whole year. And luckily I was assigned with the girl I was into. And like I described her at the beginning of the video. So us naughty little kids are playing a game called Truth or Dare. So we were having these weird dares like hug me, do this, do that, and this is where it all happens. So the dare she gave me was kind of out of hand, and she told me to go up to a random person in the 5th grade that I normally don't even speak to and ask them this: if you want to make babies with me. At that moment I was like, okay, obviously this is a joke, this is for fun. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. She said she told me I have to do this the next day because obviously like the safeties thing is at the end of the day. So the next day at lunch, he even reminds me that I have to do it. Our elementary school had a normal amount of kids. We had about 120 kids in the 5th grade. So I stood out of my seat. I walked up to a random person and asked them in the straightest face I can make, hey man, you want to make babies with me? With no emotion in my voice. Just I'm trying to not smile because this is probably one of the stupidest things that I asked someone probably in my life. So the reaction to his face, his eyes started to get bigger and bigger, and then his mouth suddenly starts to drop open, and then he goes, are you serious? And I wasn't expected to be asked if I was serious. So I look back at him and I'm like, and then he goes, I'ma punch you. And then he just runs away. My friend is sitting right next to me, listening to the whole conversation, and he's just choking on his water while he goes flying out of the lunchroom. And that was just the end of the whole conversation. And I walked up to the girl and I was like, okay, I did it. Yep, it's done. It's over. And I thought that was case closed. He looked like he was kind of genuinely scared, and honestly I kind of felt bad for him. I thought he would know it was a joke. I mean, honestly guys, if you were asked by a random guy if you wanted to make babies with him, not only is that physically impossible, but I'm pretty sure you would tell that it was a joke and that it wasn't serious. And even if it was serious, wouldn't you just say no? That was not even almost the end of the story. So I walk out of this classroom, the lunchroom. This kid is talking to my teacher, my principal, and my physical ed teacher, and they're just forming a circle. So I'm like, whoa, that is not good. That is like the almost opposite of good. So the rest of the day went smoothly, and at the end of the day I'm called down to the principal's office, and my principal gives me, what is wrong with you, and looks straight into my face and asks me this: are you a homo? So think how awkward it would be if the principal asked you that specific question. I just looked him straight in the eye and said, no. And he asked me other few questions, and Then later that day, he asked me, and later the next day, he asked all of my friends if I was part of the homo. And ask any boy or girl, they will say I'm straight. And I didn't want to rat out the girl out because that would just be plain stupid. So I got out of the whole situation squeaky clean without getting into major trouble. And that is like when it all ended. I got out of the situation pretty clean. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're watching this on the Anonymous channel, remember to check out the video and like the video. And if you're watching this on my channel, remember to like the video. Check the video description below. Remember to subscribe. Remember to subscribe and check me out on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me on those too. And I will see you guys with my next video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later. Peace.